Alrighty, folks, whether you like it or not, we are in the final month of 2024. It is December 2nd as of this recording. So what I'm going to do here with the Hub Call is we're going to ask each of these wonderful folks to look back at 24, to talk about finishing strong in 24, and then probably most importantly, what's going on in 25. And I like to go in the order that people got on. And Carlos, you were first today. So let's talk about 24. What was the highlights of 24?
September 23rd for me. It's not
Yeah.
only my anniversary, but also the diagnosis of being no cancer. And so it's good that you brought this subject up because I started this year with a complete different plan. I thought, okay, this is going to be a good year for me. I'm going to, focus on this and that. And the tables were flipped around. But overall, my focus is, I think you mentioned in a video I watched you, Mike, is instead of waiting for the first to start doing your restoration, start now focusing. Right. And so that's something I've been wanting to do. And, but I'm playing catch up right now, and I'm actually realizing I'm excited. Next year is going to be another exciting year. Life is beautiful, and I hope to conquer it and be able to achieve what I couldn't achieve this year, next year.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's, I think there's a saying, I wish I could give credit to who said it, I don't recall, but basically man has plans and God laughs. Right. Something to that effect, right? You were going into the year looking for a monster year. You got a cancer diagnosis that sent everything haywire. You beat it, right? September, you got you crushed it. You did it. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited for 2025 for you because I can only imagine the emotional roller coaster of 2024. And I think you're going to be a monster in 2025. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. Ty, awesome. We'll go to you next. When you think back on 11 months, we've got 1 month left in 2024. Wild to think about. But what strikes you for 2024?
Weird would be what I would say, in that it was just a bizarre year. I think even you and I laugh about this, but you called it. It was going to be low transactions. I had some kind of, sense that, oh no, but transactions may be picking up. They just did not. Transaction volume didn't pick up. I will say, though, that one thing from being around you for several years now is I kept my operation very lean. And so for me, being lean and mean, that really helped. And then also, too, just exploring, because I'm, one part is that, I invest, I flip, I wholesale. Of course, I want, buy and hold more properties. That's one part of what I do, but then also developing my coaching, right? So working with agents, helping agents to invest, the hybrid model, agent investors. So for me, it's just, that has been an absolute blessing. I'm having so much fun. I have so many coaching clients who are crushing it. Yeah. And it's just an interesting year. Interesting would be a nice way to say weird, but I just think that it was an odd year. It was a very weird year. So
it's funny when I think about 24, because you and I talk at least once a week, if not a couple of times a week. And, we did an event together, right? We went to Sean Cannell's event. We sat up front, and to watch you go from ideas that you and I've really talked about for years, right? This hybrid model, and to watch you flip that and go execution mode. That has been fun for me to watch this year, because you always had the heart, you always had the go-giver. So I knew you would do some pretty amazing things. So that was personally fun for me to watch. You get all that done this year. So congrats to you.
Thank you.
All right, Matt, you're up next. We've got Carlos kicking cancer's ass. We've got Ty, launching his coaching program. What say you in 2024?
Yeah, I mean, 2024, a couple of things come to mind, like you use some different terms, weird and whatnot. Tough is definitely a word that anybody in the mortgage or real estate business, if they're being honest with themselves, like 2024 was a tough year. Unfortunately, I'm not as smart as Zuber and Ty. So I had, a relatively big operation, which finally, operating lean and mean. And quite honestly, I think I regained in the last few months passion for being in the trenches, where, I had built a great mortgage business. I had a lot of support staff around me. I was able to delegate a lot of it, and I ran it like a business. There's certain things that, people want to talk directly to the owner. They listen on ORAT. They're communicating in the school community and whatnot. And so I've dove deeper into that. Lean and mean. That's what 2025 is going to look like. And it's going to be a lot more directly from Matt versus Matt's team. And I wouldn't say that that's, a bad thing. I'm excited about it. I think that it's, you're able to have more impact when it's you personally versus, I've got great people around me and I've got a great team, but a lot of the stuff in my business specifically is going to be handled by me. And, as I've trudged through this year, like Ty said, we're waiting to turn a corner and have transactions go up. Like, the corner never came. One thing I do know for certain, and it ties into Carlos's stuff too, is that like family and health are the lead dominoes. If those lead dominoes don't go down, the business stuff does not matter. And so over the last few months, I've gotten myself back in the gym and I'm doing all the stuff on the family and health front. And I show up better for clients, for investors, for different, referral partners and whatnot. And so 2025 is going to be a fun year. I'm looking forward to it. I'm leading with, family time and health. And I know the business will follow.
Yeah. It's funny when I think about what you accomplish, again, we've been doing this for years. That's the beauty of this channel, is I saw you becoming disconnected kind of from the transactions, right? You were still the face of all of this, but you were becoming levels removed from the day-to-day, if you will, the individual mortgage apps, the individual stories. And I have seen and heard that that's just flipped, which I think, that's where you're happy, right? You're not doing this to become some CEO of a this or that. You like mortgage. You like seeing, team buyer win. So I think 2025, I could say this, 2024, I think you're happier, although I'm sure it was not fun to trudge through it. But I think at the end of the story, you're going to be happier. And, you don't need this big empire to feel complete. You help people every week. So I think you will look at 2024 as a transition year to a happier Matt, the mortgage guy. That's my thought.
Yeah. Great clients, great referral partners, 50 or 60 million in mortgage volume is all I need. No more record setting, 9-figure years like 2021 that, wore me a little too thin.
Yeah. So I'll do mine. 2024 for me was so much better than 2023. 2023, I didn't accomplish anything hard. I didn't get anything done. Obviously, I completed that Vegas marathon in early November, I think the 3rd. It was an emotional. I was shocked at how emotional it was. It proved to me that tackling hard things really makes a year memorable. Like, I'll always remember being 52 and running the marathon. I'll always remember how the first half felt great and the last 4 miles sucked, right? I'll always have that. I don't think I will ever forget those memories. I won't forget the memories of training, and I won't forget the day. I also won't forget how I felt for 4 days after. that was pretty painful. But 2024 did something hard. Goes down as a good year for me. So that was fun. All right. Now we're going to talk about finishing the year strong. December. Carlos, we're going back to you, bud. What, if anything, are you doing in December just to put the cherry on top for 24?
I think one of the things is what Matt has said. I have been focusing on family, health, and I think Matt is correct. I see myself doing more of the work now, even though I don't feel the same strength or anything, but I'm working towards that. But I think one of the things that I can see forward is planning for what's to come, whatever it is. But I'm excited. I'm living. I'm excited. I'm here.
Yeah.
So whatever can come up front, I tell myself now, I'm in the car and I go, you beat cancer. So whatever's going on right now,
everything else is easy.
Everything's easy. Yeah, you beat cancer, and it's all. and that's my mentality as of November, and I'm entering December. You know, nothing's changed. Everything's moving forward, and I got to see God's hand in my life, and I got to see my friends, and I got to see my family be around me. And you know, be honest, this last few weeks, it's been hitting me hard, the emotions about being healed,
Yeah.
and so right now I'm floating in the cloud in that sense, you know, and whatever can come in front of me, I'm getting ready. So getting ready for next year is actually, I think, achieving my goal, which is getting my contractor's license, and something that I've been putting off. I don't know why, but it's something that I wanted to do, you know, and I think I've always feared something, and the reality, after going through this year and going through the ringers, it is something that I got to accomplish. It's
I
nothing that
like
I
it.
can't put. Yeah, and yeah, grow.
There you go.
Being here. Yeah, and so it's a beautiful view. You know, after
Nice.
going through what I did. Yeah, and so I'm excited for next year.
Yeah, you got no excuses, man. You beat cancer.
Right.
Everything else is
Right.
easy from here.
Yes. Everything else is easy. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. All right, Ty, you know better than most this hybrid agent. Lots of agents start to take December off. They make all kinds of excuses. That's not who you are. How are you putting the pedal to the metal and making sure this is a wonderful month?
Finish strong is the theme. Finish strong. And so one of the things I am obsessed, I've got a wall calendar. I've got another wall calendar. I've got this wall calendar. And if you see, right, there's
some highlights. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's highlights, right? We got a February event. But what I will say is that, you know, December, right? There's a good solid 15 work days, business days potentially. But for some people, even if you're a little bit behind, you could work 18 to 20 days, 21 days, 22 days in the month of December, based on where you're at. And so for everybody, I would say do not mail it in. Like, let's be clear. I had a hard time getting up today. I had some technical, my computer wasn't, and it's easy to get sidetracked. And I will just say, dig in, lock in, finish today strong, finish the week strong, finish the month strong, because today sets the pace for the new year. The new year for everybody, that whole new year, new me, all of that, like, it starts now.
Yeah.
It starts now. And I want to say too to you, Michael, how inspiring. And I love that you brought it back up. Do something hard, right? Yeah. But also think about too, do the things that you're supposed to do every day, right? Like get up, exercise, make your follow-up calls, check your buy box, check it in the morning, your buy box, check your buy box in the evening, make your offers, do the work. So it all starts now. 2025 is here.
No, I love that advice. And again, as somebody who's been on a commission sales job for years, it always drove me crazy when people took December off, because people would take December off. They're like, hey, I haven't hit my number. I'm not going to hit my number. They've already, mailed it in. And I'm like, you freaking morons. If you don't do the work now, you're going to miss in Q1.
Yep.
I mean, even if you have nothing to close in December, do you want to close something in January? How about February? Well, you better get your ass off the sidelines and start doing the work right now. Finish strong. I love that. I love that. All right, Matthew, man, going last in this thing is hard, man. How are you going to top these two guys?
Well, yeah, they're both going to crush it, and I believe in both of them. For me, it's really easy, quite honestly, because when you believe in the product that you're selling, and I don't ever really feel like a salesman, when I talk to people, December is going to be the best month to buy real estate. If you're looking to buy real estate in the next, 60, 90, 120 days, take a look at December. There's deals to be had. I think I've got something like 11 deals closing in December. Those are great deals that were written in November. We talked about one last week. Started at 750, in contract at 615 with 15,000 in seller credit. These are the types of deals that are happening. So I don't have to fake passion about it. When I start talking to people, I get excited, right? And buyers and agents, they feel that. And so I'm going to go out there and just have more of those conversations and say,
keep telling the story. We've got to get people to realize, if you want a deal, you want a 750 house for 600, you do that in December. You don't do that in March.
Yeah. And what's funny too is really kind of like been present in the moment in different months to see what's going on. And I think the buy season sometimes starts earlier. Like we might come into January 1st and by the 15th, there's a bunch of new stuff coming on and buyers are actively looking. Like most things, like we don't know how long this window is going to be open, but currently in a lot of markets, there's sellers that want to sell at a higher rate than buyers want to buy. So be one of the buyers that goes out there and you're the pretty girl at the dance. You get to pick who you want to dance with and for how long and for what price. I don't know how well that analogy transfers.
I got it. Yeah. You lost me when you said price, but that's okay.
Well, in the real estate market, you get to, pick your price. The funny part is I'm in all these real estate forums and, people are, what about this and what about that? Offer. What do you have to lose, right? Offer at a price that makes sense to you. And for a lot of people, maybe what you're going to do in December is just get some practice reps in, right? And in 2025, you're going to be a better real estate investor because you've honed that skill of writing offers, being patient, responding back, and studying your market and seeing what's available and out there.
Yeah. So for me, December is all about setting up 2025's hard thing. I'm going to go on a major health journey. I'm going to see how much healthier I can get in 2025 across all measures. I've already dropped like $4,000 or $5,000 on blood tests and scans. I'm wearing this Aura ring now, right, to track my heart rates and things. So my hard thing is in 2025 is going to be how healthy can you take one version of Michael Zuber on January 1st and see what we can do by the 30th. And I'm going to document everything, health, eating. Like I have a diary or a journal, whatever you want to call it. I'm working with the professional, Dr. Gross. We're going to talk again on the 10th. And I'm going to share it with the world, right? I'm not going to hide anything. The good, bad, and the ugly from the blood, the good, bad, the ugly from the scans. And we're just going to see. And we're going to ask questions, right? I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I can afford, $1,000 test here, $1,000 test there. And I'm going to share it with the world. They're going to ask questions. So we're going to bring Dr. Gross on to interact with the audience. Because again, I'm a sample size of one. So what works for me probably won't work for you, but maybe there's a version, maybe there's a question. And I am the appropriate amount of nervous and excited to see what could happen in a full calendar year. So December is all about getting it all set up so that we can just start by making changing the diet, whatever it is, right? I'm going to be working with the professional to do this. So that's what December is for me. All right, guys, we got 8 minutes. Let's try to do this in 90 seconds, each of us. Carlos, what's excited you in 2025?
Life. It's exciting. Not only that, it's just all the events that are going around in our lives now. Exciting to be living. I tell my kids, we were born for such a time like this, and how could we sleep in a time like this? So for me, it's purpose driven. It's talking about what you're saying. I beat cancer now. What other big challenges are coming in 2025? And I'm gonna see it through. And so, other than that, business wise, keep it simple. They say, keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, kiss. Yeah. And so I'm just gonna keep it simple, move forward, and
I think that is I think that's such wise advice. Just the simple, keep it simple, stupid mentality. Because again, all of us from 2020 to 2023, there were lots of fakers and pretenders who were crushing it because the market was like this. Right. It's going to be the good operators. It's going to be the good people. It's going to be people that keep showing up, the people that care about clients that are going to win. And all three of you are here because I know that's who you are and it's in your heart and you have a proven track record. So yeah, I look forward to 2025 for you, Carlos. All right, Ty, what about you? What's 2025 all about?
It's about time, man. Just very intentional with time, how I spend my time. I've got young kids, man, and I'll tell you, this last 4 days, I had, even though they were sick and whatever, just being around the kids and having fun and really enjoying family time. So that matters most. Great travel, doing some fun stuff with the kids. And then also too, just like I love what I'm doing with the hybrid, with the agent investors, what I'm able to help. I've got so many young fathers and mothers too, but especially a little bit more a lot more male clients, young fathers that are doing it right, taking time off with their kids, making good money, but also when they're working their ass off. They're getting after it. And so this year, I think 2025 is survive through 2025. A lot of opportunity, but smart scale, smart leverage, and really lead with profit. And then not only that, but lead with time consciousness. We want to spend our time in the right places, on the right activities, but also so we have time to spend, so we can prioritize our family and obviously make them the priority as well. So.
Yeah, I think that's such wise advice. Again, for me, people have heard me say this. I do think it's survive through 25 so you can dominate and gorge in 2026 and 27 and 28. If you're operating with that mindset, I see nothing but, wins. And again, it won't be fun. It's not like a slow year is fun. But if you get to the other side and you're set up to dominate in 26, it's going to be pretty special. So 2025, Matt, what say you?
I'm excited for, helping people do hard things. Like you talked about the marathon and whatnot. Investing in 2025 is harder than it was in past. Buying your first home, a stat you shared, Zuber, about the median age home buyer is 49. Like there's nothing better in my business than helping somebody who didn't think that they could buy something. For helping somebody see like, oh my gosh, I never thought I'd own a duplex at age 19. You did it, kid. You did it. Right. Yeah. And let's go do it again. Because if you do this every 2 years for a decade and you own 5 duplexes or whatever those investments end up being, like, we all wish we could go back to 19 and start like a client who I closed in October. And so that's what I'm excited about, because, places like the school community where people are like, I get it. It's hard, and I'm going to have to work twice as hard to find half the number of deals, or 3 times as hard to find, a tenth of the deals, whatever it is. It's possible. I see other people doing it. I see other people in the school community and people like Ty and Zuber with, decades of real estate experience telling me there's still deals to be had. Like, those are the ones that are really rewarding to help. And so, like, we've talked about intentionality, and Ty mentioned it. I'm going to be intentionally like in the trenches, helping people like that want to win. And every time they win, it's like this mini win for me. I tell people all the time, like, I'm living vicariously through you. So tell me the address. Let me talk to the agents. I want to be involved in this thing because, I get to play in the game, and it's, on behalf of somebody else and living vicariously through other investors. So 2025 is going to be a great year on all fronts. And like I said earlier, the lead dominoes are going to take care of how I show up in the business and how much value I can bring to the school community, the ORAC community, and, anybody who comes across me in a business sense is, the family's locked in and dialed, and we're doing fun things, and my health is good. I'm taking care of myself, show up as a better mortgage advisor because of it.
Yeah, there you go. 2025 for me is going to be just a continuation of showing up, doing the work every day, leading by example, adding in this fun health component just to challenge myself, just to see how disciplined I could be for a full year. Folks, if you want to reach out and get quotes on work and visits in Fresno, nobody better than Carlos. She does lots of work for Olivia and I. You can reach out at 559-681-8431. You will speak with his lovely wife, Martha. Give him a call. If you want to reach out to Ty, you want to learn more about this hybrid agent, just ty@tylg.com. He treats email like your kids treat text. And of course, we've got Matt the Mortgage Guy at greatmortgagebroker.com. A quick 90-second form gets you in the queue. You could also email him at matt@mtmg.com if you want to ask him a question. Guys, you are amazing. Have a good week. Bye.